Well, the Indian team made sure of their qualification in the Davis Cup with a dramatic win over Brazil after being 2-0 down. And their reward for that, they are scheduled to make a trip to Serbia to play the Novak Djokovic-led defending champions. It is an enormous task for the Indian team. So Sports Zone's Manish Shah caught up with Karan Rastogi, who is a part of the Indian Davis Cup squad, to know what is going on in his mind of this tie.
The Indian Davis Cup team faces a tough World Group tie as they get ready to make a trip to Serbia, where they will be up against the defending champions. We caught up with Karan Rastogi, who is a reserve player in the Indian squad, and he shared some insights on the upcoming tie.
Well, obviously it's a tough tie. Serbia won the Davis Cup last year, the defending champions, so it's not going to be easy. But we have some good players. We've done really well in the last year, to get back into the World Group. So we're not going to take anything for granted. We're going to go there, do our best, and it's a tough tie, obviously. But once we get there, once the day comes, you never know what can happen.
The Indian challenge will be spearheaded by Somdev Devarman, who has burst into the world top 100. And Karan feels that Somdev, who is a close friend of his, has become a motivation for the Indian players.
I think Somdev, obviously, the last few years he's done really well. Just done really well in tournament South Africa as well to get to top 100, And for most tennis players, I think that's the main aim, to get to the top 100, That's where you're really playing against the big guys, playing the Grand Slam main draws, That's where you really want to be. So for us, obviously, it's a motivation to see, someone do well at that, at that level.
Karan himself is not doing all that bad on the circuit. For the first time ever, he is ranked in the top 300 and is looking forward to the future with a sense of optimism.
Actually, I just won a tournament in Cambodia, so because of that, my ranking goes up to about 280 now. Which kind of helps getting into Grand Slam qualifying and, bigger tournaments. So that's a major boost. Hopefully I can continue with that performance over the next 6-7 months and try and do well in the bigger tournament.
Coming back to the upcoming tie, there is a sense of anticipation in the Indian camp as the prospect of facing Novak Djokovic, who played a starring role in Serbia's win last year. But at the same time, he assures that they won't be intimidated. Djokovic,
obviously, one of the stars of world tennis right now, just winning the Australian Open, won the Davis Cup as well. But I think most of us have seen him play before. We've been at the same tournaments that he has, so there's no real awe as such. But definitely, we're all looking forward to competing with the best players in the world.
So what does the Indian team need to do if they have to give a good account of themselves in their trip to Serbia? Well, for Karan, the mantra is simple.
Our strengths, obviously, the doubles is one match. I think every team looks at India as a Davis Cup team and, kind of take the doubles as granted. That's one of our strengths, I think. At the same time, Somdev is really full of confidence. He's just made the finals of a tour event. He's got into his highest world ranking ever. So he'll be full of confidence, raring to go. I think these two, if we need to win this tie, we have to win the doubles. And Somdev has to pull off at least one of his singles that he plays. That's one of our main goals, I think, for this tie.